is Joey from JLD Travels, and today we're doing something slightly bit different because I've been seeing a lot of stuff online recently about all these passport bros and stuff, and I've just thought I've just come across. I'm quite a big fan of the Filipina P, so I'm actually gonna watch her new video, which I've not seen yet, and did my first ever reaction for the channel for JLD Travels. So let's get right into it.
Hi folks, the Filipina P here, and thanks for joining me for part 2 of my interview with 3 self-described traditional Filipinas. In part 1, we learned what it's like to grow up in a typical Filipino household and how the women believe that for them, modern feminism doesn't hold any appeal. But what else do they believe?
Just gonna quickly stop it there. Like, I will have to personally agree. Like, the majority of all these Western women all over Twitter and all other different social media platforms are just going absolutely bazonkers on the grounds that all these men apparently are all deciding to look abroad for love, and that's something that I personally did, and I've not looked back. And I just find it oddly strange that they're now complaining that there was no good men. Apparently, they're now complaining all the men going away looking abroad for love, when Western women are just very highly driven by money. Not all of them, but quite a large slum of a large amount of them, and it just seems weirdly. I can't think of the right word. It just seems like they're just losing their marbles because Western men have decided to check out, and they're looking abroad for traditional women, and they're finding love, they're getting married, they're finding partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is, abroad. And I don't think this trend is going to stop. We'll just jump back in.
What do they think about a woman's body count? About signing a prenup? About the role of religion in a marriage? And what do they think a man wants out of a relationship? When we left off, they were just about to react to a Western woman's advice about demanding an expensive piece of jewelry in order to secure a woman's affection. Let's see what they have to say.
This should be interesting. You're actually going to see the perspective of the Filipina.
Ladies, this next segment, I'm going to play you a clip and I want to get your reaction to it, okay? Let's start.
And this video is literally going to.
How much should your engagement ring cost? So I suggest 2 things. Number 1, you demand a 3-carat or above ring that ranges anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000. And if you can't do that, demand a ring the equivalent price of his car. That way, if he ghosts you, you can resell that item and get back some of that lost time and start over with a new man. If he cannot afford that, think about how can he be a stable future husband or father. Let me know in the comments what you think about the engagement ring test.
All right, ladies. What are your thoughts? Start with Ira. Oh my God, it's a very toxic trait. It's a big no. It's a big kind of cash, and I wouldn't do that with my fiancé. Good luck with your.
I personally totally agree that is inherently toxic, just surely on the grounds of that she's basing a man's worth on how much money he has, because of how marriage is here in England. I don't know about other countries, but in England, that if a man and a woman were to get married, and then obviously the man and the woman for whatever reason get divorced, that it only benefits the woman. It doesn't benefit the man at all, because if he comes in and he's made himself into a position where he's earning 6 figures, or he's a multi-millionaire, or he's financially solvent and everything else, she is then equally able to claim 50% of his worth, which is totally wrong.
Life. Okay, good luck with your life. How about you, Candice?
That sounds like a gold digger. I mean, it's too expensive.
Exactly.
It's too much for just for a ring. And I don't
You could
even
build a
ask for
house
flowers. And
for
of course, I
between
wouldn't
20
even
to
ask
50,000
for
in the Philippines.
a very expensive ring. I'd rather want my man to save it for our future.
Okay, so put it in a house or
And this
savings.
is why men are going
How about you,
abroad to places
Ange?
like the Philippines,
Actually, it's really a
Thailand,
toxic. You are in a
and
toxic
other
relationship. You are
similar
with someone who is
countries,
toxic, asking
because
too
these
much,
women have got
asking
their
that
heads
kind
on in the
of
right
big
way.
money.
Yeah, for a ring.
Yes, just for a ring, it's a big no.
Okay.
It's a big no for us.
Okay,
Yes.
so demanding, right? Okay, so new topic. Western guys complain that their women are sleeping with too many men.
Mhm.
Yes, they do. Do you think that a
Well,
woman's
it's
body
a lot
count with a
annoying
lot of
advert.
men? Do you think it's important?
Of course it is. Because it describes what kind of woman you are.
Yeah, right.
If you sleep with
That's exactly it. Because literally, it has coming from the horse's mouth, as they say here in England. And with all this really man-hating, leftist-leaning, weird feminism thing that they seem to just explode when asked simple questions and can't handle themselves when facts are thrown in their direction. And what right has that woman got to demand a ring in between $20,000 to $50,000, or then put it into a pedestal sort of position that if you don't meet this, this, or this, I'm not going to marry you because they're wanting an easy ride. And the majority of these women that have this weird sort of train of thought don't want to be bringing up children. They won't cook. They won't clean. They won't support their husband, but yet want the lap of luxury with expensive cars, expensive jewelry, expensive clothes, expensive bags, expensive shoes, and everything else. And then they wonder why men are checking out because then there's nothing there on the table that's going to benefit the man in the relationship.
so many men,
With the whole barangay?
yes, it defines who you are. And
Yeah. And I think it's problematic too.
Yes.
How about you, Era?
Yes, for me, it's no, because when I sleep with a man, and that man will be my husband, and I can.
So you believe in
Yes.
the no sex before marriage?
Yes, it's a big no.
So I'd presume you're still immaculate.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Candice?
You don't want to be used and abused.
Okay, so you don't want to sleep with a lot of guys.
I don't want.
Okay. All right, girls. We were just talking about the body count of a woman. So does it matter with a man? Would you consider marrying a man who slept with a lot of girls? Era.
Well, I think it depends on if it's in the past, then, and this time it's me who will sleep. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So if
it's-
you're going to, if it doesn't matter to you, how many is too many for you?
I think 3 is like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 is a lot
Yes,
already.
3 is a lot already.
Okay. How about you, Ange?
I believe in the saying past is past, but be responsible enough.
How many is too many?
I could accept 2.
Except 2. Okay, so you should be the third.
Yes.
Okay, because, the third is the charm. Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Candice?
If you really love him, then you would accept him. You would accept everything in his past, regardless of what he has been through.
Okay, regardless of how many girls he slept with. So
Yeah,
that's
and
your
the woman
that's
that I
your
love,
opinion.
that
Okay.
does.
Why
So
would rich
I'm not
men who already have
ever gonna regret
assets
my
get
decision
married?
checking out and
What is
that,
it for
looking
them?
forward to
A
that.
woman can just take half of his assets. What's the deal for that? What is
Maybe men are looking for real connections.
real connections?
Exactly.
Okay. Era?
And maybe they are looking for loyalty. Yes.
Yep.
Loyalty. How about you?
Perhaps for love and companionship.
Love
Yeah.
and companionship. But do you think, ladies, it's worth the risk?
Well, maybe, but I can prove myself.
You can prove yourself.
Oh, it was definitely
Okay.
worth the risk.
Are you gonna
And
prove yourself as well?
Yes, of
we've now been
course.
together for
Would you be
2
offended
months
though if
short
your
of a year
fiance
and a half
asked
already.
you to sign a prenup?
It's okay, but I would be more happy if he don't, because I can just
there's no need for
prove
that.
myself to him.
Okay. How about you, Ange?
I would get offended.
You would get offended.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see
That
that.
is kind of rude, disrespectful from my side, because why would you ask to marry me if you don't trust me with what you have? Because when you get married, of course you have to be open, you have to respect each other. By putting
Exactly.
prenup,
No
I don't
for you.
Yes.
Okay. How about you?
Yes. For me, it's I'm getting offended because it's like I am not into him with his money.
Okay,
Yes.
but how would you prove that though? His assets are gonna be.
Yeah, like what the lady there in the yellows, I can't remember her name. Yeah, I totally agree. Like, there's no need to be putting a prenup on the table because these women are so much more trustworthy than the vast majority of women in the West. Just on the grounds of how they've been brought up. It's a very religious country, mainly Catholic. There are obviously some other denominations of the Christian faith, and there are some Muslims there as well. But the vast majority of them have been brought up in a manner to the the man is the main breadwinner. The wife's job is to bring up the family, is to be the nurturer, to be the kind and caring, the loving support that the husband needs in the relationship. And then obviously for the husband's part of it, he's the main breadwinner, he's the strong person, he's the one that will protect her from harm, from being hurt. And that's how a relationship works. It's not like that here in the West anymore, because that people have been, well, not I wouldn't say people, it's mainly women, have got this weird sense of some kind of egotistical sort of tyrannical view that they seem to think that unless you've hit some weird chart and you've hit all the points they're looking for, only then do you get a chance with them in a relationship situation, and they wonder why men are leaving.
At risk. If you try to look at things from a man's perspective, from their point of view, what do you think they want in life?
To be loved, of course.
Exactly.
To have kids and to mean something to someone.
Okay. Era.
That's exactly
Yes.
it.
Also, men want to be respected and to be loved.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
like women.
For that.
Okay.
I agree with them.
You agree with them? They already said the good bits.
I
Okay,
agree with them too,
interesting.
because
I
that's
didn't
what
hear
I
a
get
single one
from
of
my
you say
partner.
anything about money. That's refreshing. All right, ladies, my next question is, do you think religion plays a big role here, or is it just something people say? I'm Catholic. What about you, Ira?
Well, for me, religion have a big impact in my life. Actually, religion mold me as what I am and who I am.
Okay. So, how about you, Ira?
I
Angie?
agree with her opinion that religion has a huge impact on our life because it defines what you are. It defines what you believe. If both of you have the different perspective about God or what, I think it would be a great problem.
Okay. So it's a big
Yeah, so I'll quickly just pause again there. No, and for me, religion is highly important because ignoring the fact of having faith, believing in God, obviously there are certain commandments that Catholic people like myself and others and Christians tend to follow, where you don't steal, you don't lie, you don't cheat, and it builds you into a person where you're trustworthy, you're loyal, you seek out companionship, you seek out someone that is going to be there for you, is going to treat you with respect, and that's the great foundation to build as a good human being, and it's also the foundation to build on an absolutely amazing relationship, and that's what I personally had with my partner in the Philippines, and this is why men are leaving. It really is.
Role here. Do you think
Yes.
it's people are really, you
Yes.
know? Okay, how about you, Candice?
Religion plays a big role in our lives. It teaches us about God and everything that's good, but I think it's not really an issue. If you have different beliefs about God, it's totally okay, because we have these religions where they can marry someone who has a different religion from them. So that's why they only marry the ones who has same religion with them.
Would you consider dating a guy from a different religion?
It depends upon the situation.
Depends upon the situation.
If we really love each other, then one must convert.
One must convert.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a must.
It's a must.
So we could live happily ever after without the problem of the religion.
Okay. How about you, Ara?
Yes, despite of what religion you have, it's not a very big problem. It's not necessary. Just put your trust in each other.
Okay, so you would consider dating a guy from a different...
I would consider.
Okay, from a different religion.
Yes.
Okay, how about you, Candice?
If you're willing to change yours, then why not? If you really love that person.
Okay. So you mentioned the guy should convert into your religion. But what about if he asks you to convert in his? What would you do?
If he is truly sincere for me, I would do it also.
Okay, so it's a two-way street.
Yes.
Okay, just checking, because I was oh, you want him to convert. Okay, but you are also open to converting to his
Yes.
religion, as long as you guys are both in the same
Same
religion.
boat, okay.
Okay. So how about a guy that didn't believe in God, like an atheist? They deny the existence of any supernatural being whatsoever.
I actually,
There's a lot of them.
sometimes I don't believe in God too.
Okay, so sometimes you don't believe in God
Yes.
as well. Okay, is it like a light switch?
It depends upon
I don't
the
know.
miracle that
depends on
happened
the
to my
miracle.
life. If the things go right with my way, I believe in God. But if don't, I don't know.
Okay.
I just go with the flow.
Go with the flow. Okay, Candice, would you date someone who's an atheist, who
I
denies the
wouldn't want
existence
to
of
date a
God?
guy that doesn't believe God. It feels so weird
Fair enough.
being with a person who doesn't believe God. It would be really a big problem.
Ara, how about you? Would you date someone who's an atheist?
No,
No.
I wouldn't.
Okay. But at least with Angie, because sometimes she doesn't believe in God. Okay. What's the difference between marrying someone with a different religion to an atheist who has no religion?
Well,
because the guy from a different religion has a different God from yours, and the other guy just he doesn't have a God. So what's the difference?
Well, it's a big difference, because when I marry in a different, like, he have different religion and I have a different religion, well, we both praise a different God. But in atheists, they don't believe in God.
So meaning to say you're okay marrying someone because he prays to
Yes.
a God, and it doesn't matter which God.
Yes.
Okay, as long as you guys pray to a God.
Yes.
Okay.
Unlike atheists.
Unlike atheists
Yes,
that
we don't have God.
okay,
at all.
he must have a God, regardless of which God.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So, okay. How about you, Candice?
I don't really think that they have different God, because all religion have the same God. I don't really know what's the difference, but all I know is we have the same God regardless of what religion you has.
Okay. So you believe that regardless of what religion other people have, it's still the same God?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think
That's
some
definitely
religion,
to be
some
honest.
denomination would
Yeah,
disagree, but okay. Guys, you know
Never really
that
thought
we
about
don't
that
have
before.
divorce here in the Philippines. So when
Divorce
you
is a no-no.
marry,
Mm-mm.
you have to get it right the first time, right? So
Yep.
what do you think your chances of finding a good man that will, that will be there for you forever? Is it 50-50, 75-25? Do you think 100% you can find a good guy for you, like the right person for you?
Well, I think it's a 50-50.
At the moment?
Yes, at the moment.
Okay. It's a 50-50.
Yes, 50-50.
All right. How about you, Bebe?
I could find 100.
100%.
Wow,
Yes.
she's confident
How
in
about you,
herself.
Candice?
At the moment, I don't really think so. But maybe in the future, I could be able to find a man who is very into me.
How would you describe an average Filipina?
We are all accommodating. We are all caring. We are all
Oh,
loving.
without a doubt, my
Yes,
partner
friendly.
is the most
As a Filipina, I
accommodating,
will stand
caring
that.
human
We
being
stand.
I will
I've
stand for
ever
that.
had.
And also, we are more of looking for.
Filipinas are loving, caring, and she could really give you everything that she
Just the
has.
Filipino
So very
people as a
giving.
general whole
Yes.
Okay,
are
very giving.
welcoming, loving,
Would you say
caring
the
human
same thing,
beings.
Era?
Yes.
Are you giving it all?
Yes, I'm giving it all. That's what we are.
I think it's in the DNA, I think.
Yes.
Well, that was very interesting. I guarantee our viewers out there learned a few things by listening to you ladies, and thank you so much for joining me today, Ara, Angie, and Candice. Thank you. And for you guys out there, I'll be back in just a few days with a new topic to ponder. Till next time, folks. Bye. Well, there's your glimpse into the mind of a traditional Filipina. Having grown up that way myself, I wasn't too surprised by many of their answers except their position on religion. If you watch my other interviews, you'll notice that same opinion that it doesn't matter which God you worship, as long as you have one, making religions interchangeable. You'll also see a lot of Filipinos who don't mind dating someone with no religion, despite being very religious themselves. I'm not sure how that all works, but I'm always curious about things that don't seem to bother other people, even when it seems inconsistent. Maybe some of you guys can help me figure out in the comment section. Till next time, folks. If you think about it, I'm kind of like your
I
chef,
love these little bits
cooking
at the
up
end.
gourmet content for you connoisseurs of quality videos. The only thing I ask for my talent in the
no, this is
kitchen
so
is a
funny.
small thank you in the form of a thumbs up on this video and subscribing to my channel. And while you're waiting for your next culinary masterpiece, why not enjoy some of my other videos too? And if you find a really long black hair in your food, he did it.
Yeah, so literally, as a final thought, that was some of the most common sense laid out in black and white on a white piece of paper you could ever find. These women are just so much more grounded, that they want to take care of their partner, they're loyal, they're truthful, faithful, loyal, and everything else in between. The people here are just so much genuinely nicer than people in the West. And you look at the vast majority of, like when I was in Tacloban City in Leyte, and we went into the village, like the majority of these people had next to nothing, and they were still happy, and they will welcome you into their little village and into their home, and they'll make you feel part of the family. This is why I cannot wait in somewhere in the future to be living there in a permanent sort of way. And I will never regret making the decision to look abroad for love, because that's what I found. And I've never had to worry that oh, is she talking to loads of other different guys, or is loads of different guys trying to hit on her, or anything else? Because I trust her, she is trustworthy. And the more these Western women keep doing these really cringy videos on TikTok and everywhere else, they're not going to learn. These women need to go to the Philippines or to East Asia somewhere and experience these women for themselves, because they're not going to learn any other way, I don't think, and it's just only going to get worse. That more and more Western men from Europe, from America, or from Canada, or from Australia, or New Zealand, or wherever they're coming from, and even some in some places in Africa, going abroad, and it's not just white men. There's like people that are of African descent, of Indian descent, and of East Asian descent that are looking abroad, and they're finding love that way. What's the harm? At the end of the day, the way that I personally see it, and I've said this to my partner as well, that love knows no bounds, love knows no border of a country, love knows no language except for love. Love will conquer all. And hopefully you enjoyed this different kind of video today. If you like what you see, I should have some more videos, one up here and one up here, for my latest videos. If you want to check those out, please, before we disappear, please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment down below if you want me to react to anything else. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.